Welcome to Trials Overdrive featuring eSports. This is a general purpose Trials variety show I've been thinking of doing for a while. I'm going to feature custom tracks, skill games, maybe do some editor tutorials, multiplayer, anything and everything that is fun related to Trials. This was of course spurred by the recent release of Trials Fusion, but for an initial episode to test out my recording and editing capabilities, I thought I would go and do a retrospective of Trials Evolution Gold Edition, which is the version that I played the most of. This is just going to be a look back at some tracks that I have in my downloads list that I particularly like or remember. It's not necessarily going to be all of the best tracks on Track Central, so if your track's in here, please don't be offended. But just stuff that I thought was cool or that I remembered from when it came out. So as you can see here, I've never deleted a track that I've downloaded on Track Central, and I've built up quite a few. A lot of them are bad, but a lot of them are good. So let's just jump in and see what we have. This is a track by Confused Muscles, who is one of my favorite builders on Track Central. All of his tracks have tons of great attention to detail, really fun driving lines, and they range in difficulty from really fun beginner tracks to ridiculously hard ninjas, so there's something for everyone in there. This track is cool. It's a steampunk theme. You can see they really nailed it with all the metal and the gears, the moving pieces, steam on everything. Train in the background, it's a nice touch. This is cool. It's sort of a eerie underground sort of look. And you come up here, touch the button, open the door, and then, oh, the light! That's a really nice effect. It really heightens the effect of coming out of the cave and into the light with that bloom going on. And then hit by the asteroid for an explosive ending. This track I like a lot. It's a pretty tough extreme. It's got some pretty technical obstacles. They're a lot of fun to work out. This one's pretty hard. You have to go up on your front wheel, or else you can't get enough momentum to make that jump. It took me a pretty long time to figure out when I was playing it. Bounce up and out. So I like this track a lot because I remember it coming out back near the release of Gold Edition, and when it first came out it was way too hard for me, and I thought, you know, this is the kind of track that I'm never going to be able to play. But going back to it now, you know, it really reminds me of how much I've learned, which I think is one of the most fun things in Trials, is that appreciation you get for really improving your skill level. Of course, still room for improvement here. 61 faults, not exactly a perfect run. So I couldn't resist putting in one of my own tracks. Not meant to be egotistical, just looking through my track list and I saw this one, and I think it's one of my favorite tracks that I've built, and it's also pretty short, so I figured I'd put it in. I'm pretty proud of this touch here. The water drains as you fall into the pool. And then fish coming out of the pipe. Forgot I even done that when I watched the replay. This is one of those tracks where everything is moving out from underneath you all the time, and I sort of think those can be annoying, but in this one you can see that all the effort and attention to detail that's been put into the animations is really something. There's lots of of easing and spring effects and all kinds of stuff going on. It's a lot of fun to watch, to just see what's going to happen as you go through the track. So I have a bit of a weakness for this aesthetic, the turn all the water blueness all the way up, turn the grass greenness all the way up, put the sparkle factor to full effect, and give it some depth of field. It's an easy way to make a nice looking track if you're new to track making. And a dramatic finish cam, which is also a nice effect to use. I like this track a lot. It's this this sort of resort with all these buildings and walkways and everything. It's nice because it really makes it feel like it's integrated into the environment with how everything's placed amongst these cliffs. And it's a really fun, nice driving line as well. There are also some little nice touches in here. If you don't make it out of here fast enough, you drown in the water. And this little box will freeze you in place, will electrocute you, and set you on fire. So here's another track by Confused Muscles, and I included this one because I figured there might be some people who are new to Trials with Fusion watching this video, and I just wanted to say, if you're going to start making tracks in the editor, if you're curious about how that works, think about making something like this first, instead of something where you put a million random objects floating in the air and call it a day. This track is cool because it's nice and simple, has a simple aesthetic, and yet it still manages to look good, and most importantly, the driving line is really nice and fun, it's smooth, and there's a lot of depth to it. It's pretty tough to get it just right. So think about making something like that for your first track, and Track Central will thank you. So here's a series of tracks, the MIB 666 tracks. These are cool, they're all very consistently themed, they're all about medium or hard difficulty, and they've all just got some really nice driving lines that are fun to figure out and optimize. And there are a ton of them. I think there are over 40 of them. So go check those out. This is another series of tracks, Terratopia. These ones are extremes. They go from light to sort of difficult extremes. They're characterized by a bunch of optional alternate routes. They're like easy routes, hard routes. They're all pretty long. These ones are fun to just sort of go through and explore. They all look really nice. They have a bunch of fun effects that are interesting to figure out as you go through the track. And it's got the sparkle factor as well, which is always a plus. And holy god, camera angles! Oh my god, what is happening? Oh my god. Okay, let's try that again. Nailed it. Easy every time. So, not all tracks are great, but it doesn't mean you can't have fun with them. I remember this track particularly. It came out, I think, in the beta of Gold Edition, and it's not exactly great. You kind of go backwards down that thing and then around this loop, and not got a lot of theming. But wait, there's more. So when I was first playing this, there was not a lot on Track Central, and oh my god, over the top! You're not supposed to be able to do that in your loop. I don't need your loop. So yeah, this is not a great track, but I really remember it because when the game was first released, there was maybe not the greatest amount of good tracks in Track Central, but it doesn't mean that you can't find fun with tracks that are flawed. So this is sort of the same story. It's called Crossing Water, and I remember it for being full of absolutely ridiculously frustrating obstacles, like this water gap that, oh, clutch move! But the funny thing is that that's not only a clutch move, but actually the most reliable way I found to actually get over that water gap. Because you can't jump far enough, and if you slow down, you'll just sink into the water. But it's not even the worst obstacle. Coming up here, you'll see the floating physics logs of doom. All of these logs have physics on them and are floating in the water. Of course, I made it across second try, but that's because I've spent more hours than I care to admit playing this track. Fish and flips. It's simple. It's accurate. Fish. Floating through the air for some reason. More fish. Definitely delivering on the fish aspect, but I don't see the flips. Oh. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Nailed it. Wait, give me some flip. Yeah, do it. Come on. Oh. Oh, ooh. Tried a little too hard on that one. Big, Swedish, downhill. When I saw the name of this track, I knew it was going to be awesome. You can see from the camera angles here that it is awesome. It's going in, out, forward, back. It's going behind trees, I guess. So yeah, this track, very dramatic. It's maybe a little bit flawed. As you can see, I just crashed on something. Oh, I can't see it because the camera's pointing backwards. Not exactly optimal, but it's not even the worst thing in this track. So here you'll see the camera flips opposite, so your controls are reversed from what you're seeing on screen. It makes it nearly impossible to play, but of course I nail it like a pro. So yeah, if you're thinking about experimenting with camera angles, you know, have fun with it. Maybe don't completely upend the entire conception of how the game controls in order to do it, but, you know, experiment. This track is so cool. It's a Game Boy theme, and as you can see, it's an auto-scroller. You can't see more than 2 feet ahead of yourself, and there are no checkpoints, so I'd say it's basically perfectly representing the Game Boy experience. And oh, I went a little too far. I can't reverse. Oh, that save! That save! I shouldn't have been able to make that. And yet somehow, I did. This track is pretty frustrating. It's like a maze, so you can see that this platform you're on is rotating as you go through these different paths, and you have to figure out the right sequence of rotations in order to make the exit come up. So it's sort of weird. You fall in that gap if you go backwards, but you can't go forward because of the wall. So here's how you do it. You do a backflip, flip it, go back onto this, perform a sick backwards bunny hop over that ramp, down this, go backwards, but then go forwards up onto the highest platform, drop down, gaining speed, going backwards as fast as you can, and backwards up the ramp, touch your wheels onto this thing for one final rotation, and boom, you're out of there. And then there's just some weird stuff. Swimming. A Segway that floats away. Pogo stick. And whatever this is. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And this is the dark middle chapter of this episode of Trials Overdrive. So looking through my list of games, I found this one. I remembered playing it and thinking it was neat, but I never finished it. I was thinking, you know, why not? It's sort of a puzzle track, as you can see. You have to sort of break stuff, and physics things come out and open the doors for you, and you knock this log, it rolls down the ramp, hits this pressure plate you can see, and that opens this door. So pretty cool stuff. I was thinking, you know, why didn't I ever go back and finish this? Oh, that's why. So this obstacle is a bit annoying. It's Indiana Jones go under the gap underneath the boulder thing. But it's pretty tough to line up. Easy to hit your head on the walls. It's a pretty tight fit. But you know, I went through and I didn't have any real trouble with it this time. I was thinking, was it really that bad last time I played it? Is there a reason that I didn't just do it and finish the track? Then I got here. So, coming down, and it's blocked. Before, when stuff was blocked, there was like a switch or a physics thing that would open it up. Maybe I missed something? Maybe I have to hit a button or something? I don't see anything. Oh, and there's nothing down here in the hole. There's no path there. Maybe there's something I have to hit up here? Oh, I see. There's that wooden thing. You have to hit the wooden thing, and that'll probably release a thing that'll break the door open. If I could just jump high enough to get it. Almost. Getting close. Oh, I hit it. Oh, and I crashed. So then I kept trying, and trying to hit it. Seizure warning, by the way. Sorry about that. And then finally, 81 faults in. Oh, I hit it again. I think I hit it again. Alright, now I can go down there. The thing will probably be open. Everything's gonna be good. Oh, I saved it. But wait a minute. The door's not open. Shouldn't it be open? It's not even... Wait, so why was... Oh my god. Oh my god. 81 faults for that? Now I have to do it again. So at this point, I'm convinced I have to hit that thing, go down there, wait for it to come down, because I mean, that's just what happened, right? I hit the thing, hit that wooden thing, and I went down to the bottom, I waited, and the log came. Except then this happened. I faulted out half an hour in without being able to hit it again. It's so hard. So I went to the replay. What does this guy do? Oh, he does nothing. He goes straight down and waits. You don't have to hit the wooden thing. I spent half an hour trying to hit the wooden thing. You don't have to hit it. So I debated whether or not to put this in, because it's sort of embarrassing. But it also shows that I have perseverance, which is what I wanted to bring to this show. So Forest Maze. This skill game is awesome. As you can see, I'm at the top of the leaderboards. It's a, pretty simple little first-person game. You just walk around and try to find the exit. Just a maze. You can jump and jump around, try to find an exit, but there's depth to this game. There's more than meets the eye. Maybe you can get through this gap here if you try. Maybe you can jump through it. Oh, what's happening? So, there's a bug in the jumping physics where if you jump against a wall, you'll just keep jumping. So I, of course, exploited this to get the best time. You can see here my time is actually 2 frames faster. He re-uploaded the game after the beta was over. And here's the final version. You can see I've got this down to a science, over the wall, up, boost myself up, glide, down, up, down. Perfect speed control here. Yeah. And over the wall, into the exit. Didn't even have to look down. So, if anyone can beat my time on this, I would be seriously impressed. Spent a lot of time on that one. Here's a basketball skill game. Everyone knows basketball skill games. This one's particularly frustrating. You have to fly through the air, grab the ball in midair, and bring it all the way to the hoop. Now, as you can imagine, hard to get this right. Oh, I almost had it. Oh, I'm right underneath. If I could just bounce up there. Just bounce right up there. Just right up. Down and up onto the hoop. Come on. Come on, you can do it. And, oh, I'm up there. Okay. Now put your hand above your head. Bring your hand, come on, above. Put your hand up. The hand with the ball, put it up. Above your head, into the hoop, come on. I'm spinning. No. Not what I meant to do. Go, just come on, get it. Come on, get it into the hoop. Do it. Come on, just this one time, please. Throw it. Throw it up. No, up, not out of the... Alright, so earlier when I said I couldn't resist putting in one of my own tracks, I meant I couldn't resist putting in 2 of my own tracks. This is probably the most complicated thing I've made in the editor. It's a skill game. You fly this UFO around, you use the distance meter to find how close you are to the packages. You pick up the packages with your tractor beam for points, and then you turn around, and you blow the building to smithereens, and it collapses in an immediately awesome, massive, fiery destruction. And then you go find another package, and you pick it up with your tractor beam. And then you blow up another building! Yeah! And then you blow it up again! And then you're too close to the blast, and you fly out of control and crash. This skill game is awesome. It's a fully physically accurate forklift simulator. You can see you have to find the cargo with the colored dot, match it up with the colored dot on the train car, bring it to its correct location, and boom, fireworks. Eat your heart out warehouse and logistics simulator. Micro Donkey Kong the micro donkey. There are barrels. You're going uphill and someone's dropping barrels on you. I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny. This one manages to be somehow even more frustrating than the basketball game. You have to press the button to pitch, then use the left trigger to pull back, right trigger to swing. And it is almost impossible to time. But if you get it right, hit it out into the outfield. Gold medal. So that's pretty fun when you hit it. It's pretty satisfying. But wait, what just happened? I went out of bounds. Hold on, can I do that again? No, not quite. Try that one more time. Oh, it's going out. And underneath the ground. 181 points, that's amazing. Except that you can't finish the game. You out of bounds and then it doesn't trigger the ending. All I ever wanted was to cheat my way to the top of every skill game leaderboard, and now that dream has been abandoned. Here's a nice little airplane. You just fly around, observe the beautiful scenery. Pretty relaxing. Look at the nice landscapes that Red Lynx has provided for us. Do a barrel roll. And oh my god, I'm gonna crash! Oh, never mind. So yeah, there's no gravity in this track, which sort of defeats the purpose of flying, right? It's supposed to be escaping the bounds of gravity. Doesn't mean I can't do some awesome tricks, like flying under a bridge. That's a classic one. Yeah, just gotta line it up, level it out, pitch down a bit. Okay. Good. Easy does it. Pull back, and yeah, sick. Clutch. Alright, I love this skill game. It's this awesome, physically simulated hovercraft. You've got up, down, forward, backward, and left and right, both rotating and translating. So the goal here is to bring your cargo through these lighted up green hoops. And you get more points depending on whether or not you've dropped your boxes. Try not to drop them. But look in the background here. There are these AI craft going around populating this world. It's like a whole awesome future steampunk hover society. I say, forget those boxes we're supposed to be carrying. Let's steal this guy's box. Stop. This is a piracy. This is a robbery. Stop. Oh. Okay, maybe he's not so easy to take on after all. Alright, this has been the first episode of Trials Overdrive. Thank you for watching. Sorry it went so long. Future episodes will be coming soon. And thanks again.